iDubbbz. 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 iDubbbz.
Oh, you're lucky I put the wrong picture on.
Hello. I don't know what picture you're going to get. Well, it's not... The of the Kurt Angle theme isn't an insult. It's sort of cheering you on as we criticise iDubbbz's recent shenanigans. Well, actually, technically, it's not cheering because when it goes dun dun, they're all shouting to Kurt Angle, "You suck!" But it's become quite an iconic thing. But anyway, yeah. Hello, everyone. What is going on? James here. I'm with the one, the only fans addiction. GC.
Yeah, that's me.
And we shall be discussing iDubbbz's recent shenanigans, not in chronological order, mind you. Not from past to present, from present to past, because I do want to discuss his latest video. It's quite interesting, really, the tangents that he's gone on. And I've got quite with his video about Froggy Fresh. It sort of annoyed me a bit. I thought that was really pathetic. But his most recent video, I sort of thought, you know what, man, he's I get where he's coming from a little bit with some of the stuff. To be fair, so you know what,
and that's why me and you differ.
Huh?
That's where me and James differ on this latest video, because we were talking about it before the podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be very different views on it.
I mean, it'd be a bit boring if we was just agreeing on every single drama video. But I mean, some of it I think stupid, but some of it I get where he's coming from. But we might as well actually react to it. To be fair, for the bants, I can't see iDubbbz coming after us, and we can just go along the way and articulate how we feel about it.
And as well, we did do a first part to this video, this live stream as well. A few days ago, or a few weeks ago now, it would have been.
Oh yeah, it was a few weeks ago. Yeah, the one talking about Froggy Fresh. But yeah, let's discuss this then. So let's start this then.
Content. For a while, I felt like if I changed my content over time, that people would see that as a reflection of who I am and what I value. But I'm starting to realize that is a very weak and passive way to run my channel and live my life. So I think it's, if I'm going to have the balls to go to Tana's fan meetup and say slurs at her and then make a video about how it's okay to say slurs, I think I should have the balls to make an apology video and take accountability for the mistakes I've made. So that's what this video is. I've realized that I need to be crystal clear about what I believe, so there's no room for ambiguity. I am responsible for creating a lot of hurtful and damaging content on this channel.
So let's stop there.
No, you're not.
So let's stop there. I like how I paused on this funny derp face. But now, I completely disagree with this first bit. Damaging and hurtful. What the bloody hell are you on about, you lunatic? Okay, I agree with the one thing. He did harass Tanamoji, to be fair, and it did. I didn't find that.
But when she's going around throwing around the N-word willy-nilly.
Oh, did she do that?
Yeah, well, that's why he went to her meeting greet, put his arm around it, and said, say N-word. But okay. I actually said the word. But yeah, all I'm taking from this bit is he's saying that it's his fault people are like that. It's not on him. It's on them for doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the thing is right. At the end of the day, going to someone's event and harassing them is a bit shitty. But I understand him regretting it because it's basically harassing an 18-year-old. But he didn't. It's not like he went there and started causing a roar because he just put his arm around her and said, "Say the N-word," which, in my opinion, I didn't find that funny. I don't think that's humorous. But her reaction was a bit funny. Like when she was like, you know, that was a bit funny. When if I was there, I would have just said, "Why are you saying that for, you idiots?" You know, there's no need to say things like that and then walked off.
To me, and I think to a lot of other people, the content cops meant that he's bullying the bully, just like he did to Leafy and Tanner and Keem. He is bullying the bully.
Yeah, well, the
And
thing
so
is, I'm
now
just
taking this all back.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, I'm just referring to him. The bit I agree with. He shouldn't be harassing her at the event, and he shouldn't really be saying that. But it wasn't really harassment.
Oh, yeah.
It was just sort of if he actually had done bad things at the event, then I don't understand. But all he did was walk up to her, put his arm around her, and say that, which isn't that funny. But her reaction was a bit funny. So I mean, she could have just kicked him out of the event, like he did to, like he's done to Froggy Fresh. She could have just.
I find it funny when it's taken out of context, like when you don't expect it, and it's just a zoomed in picture of him with his arm around her say that word.
No, I don't really. I personally don't find that.
Really, to make this podcast a bit more smooth, we should use a word to replace it.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's George.
Say Nintendo.
Anyway, the point I disagree with though, damaging and hurtful. He's talking out his arse here. Like they were just the majority of it was just videos criticising other creators, having to go at the YouTube establishment, criticising their videos and
bullying
how they
the bully. Yeah.
It wasn't like the things that he was saying were unjustified. The criticisms, majority of them were valid, so they weren't damaging or hurtful. A lot of people were behind him having to go at the YouTube establishment YouTubers and calling them out on their nonsense. If he was having to go at people for no reason, I think, you know what, that it was damaging and hurtful. But the thing is, it's justified. They were doing silly things that they needed to be called out for, so they weren't damaging and hurtful. The majority of it wasn't damaging and hurtful. And the thing is, with his videos as well, like. Because I know in the past, me and Aaron have discussed how the thing with iDubbbz is how basically he completely annihilated people in the content cops. And the thing is, Aaron did make the counterpoint of saying, well, their careers have still been going, so how does that work? And it's like, well, anyone's career can continue, so you can't disregard the content cops because their career isn't over. You want people to learn and progress from the criticisms anyway. Like Logan Paul, look what he did in 2018, and even look what he's done in 2022 and 2023. Well, mostly 2022. Yeah. Bro, he's still got a career.
Scams, yeah.
And I'm not criticising now. I'm just saying a point that he made that I disagreed with. So, but yeah.
I think in that aspect you are right about.
But yeah. But to talk about this first minute, damaging and hurtful, complete awful. But yeah, you shouldn't have really harassed her at the event.
And I've also created a culture of apathy and I don't know, a lot of like cruelty as well. Like, you know, some of the videos I've made have been very not edgy. I don't think they you know, some of these videos were edgy. I think they were just outright cruel. So I don't want people to, you know, get it confused.
No, you're bullying the bully because they did some cruel.
And I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that. And I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and you know, obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I'm a human. I'm a real human who makes mistakes, and you know, I make a different set of mistakes than the people I was making videos on.
I just want to say what Zach said here. How's it going, Zach? He said some slurs. He's acting like he was a former Grand Wizard of the KKK, which he does.
Yeah.
He does think that. Well, he's acting like he was some horrendous evil person. Obviously, racism exists in the world, and there's a bunch of evil scumbags out there. But at the end of the day, what iDubbbz was doing, he was using shock humor. That's all it was, shock humor. He wasn't saying things in a derogatory manner. He was using shock humor. Well, I don't find shock humor funny. That's what he was doing. He wasn't saying things in a derogatory manner to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? exactly.
I find it kind of funny.
Well, humour's subjective, but
Yeah.
I mean, the only time
It is for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I found that sort of humour funny was in South Park with Randy Marsh when he's on the show. But it wasn't
Game show.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. It was like the whole reaction to it and the people being like, like people being like, apologise, and Randy has to kiss that bloke's ass.
And it's the cameraman for me because.
Oh yeah, when he's like,
at the camera's on there, so he goes.
And Randy's so chuffed with himself, and he's like,
yeah.
Well, I'll use the word you said earlier, Nintendo. And then everyone's like, and then Sharon's having to go and say, Randy, I can't believe you said that, you fucking idiot. And everyone's just like, stand and shake. Like, so I think that sort of thing, that actually did make me laugh loads. It wasn't just that, it's the context behind the episode. It's how everyone demonised Randy and he had to do so many silly things to apologise. And then in the end, Token sort of said to him, look, man, you just don't get it. You don't get how it hits me, but it's not,
and there's a later episode quite recently about Stan and Token.
Okay.
And now Token is named after the creator of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, J.R.R. Tolkien, yeah.
Yeah, and Stan thinks it means like a token person the entire time.
Oh. Yeah, in 2023, some people act like shock humor makes you some sort of evil Nazi, which ironically is because a lot of alt-right members as young men are going to be pissed with PC status quo, forcing them what? Culture war has ruined it. I mean, that's a interesting point. I think there's a lot of people who don't like PC and woke bollocks who don't end up being alt-right lunatics. I think there's loads of people who.
Some people are just sick of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. I think the majority of people who are annoyed at PC woke stuff, I think they are just fed up. I don't think they end up being alt-right lunatics, to be honest, or forced. Or I don't think they're forced to be PC or anything. The culture war has ruined us. I mean, it's. I guess it depends on what sort of person you are. Personally, I have a laugh and a joke on the podcast. If people have a problem with a laugh and a joke, then they can get fucked and leave. They don't.
And we've made it. Every jokes on here as well.
Yeah, I mean nothing.
Many times.
It's nothing that will get us in. Well, you've said some stuff that'll get you in trouble, but I haven't said anything. Yeah. I've never gone over the line because I don't want to do that. It doesn't interest me. I like my humor
on the line, and that's it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like my humor to be subversive. Like when you trick me into saying the packing, then more like
I didn't do that.
No, I'm talking to Zach now. Like when you trick me into saying, the packing into whatever. The thing is, even if the world wasn't so woke and PC, I'd still would have had the exact same reaction because I don't believe in saying, words like that. But again, I also don't believe in people getting so angry at everything and so upset and woke and PC. I think people need to get a grip.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we had like thousands of subs. You might have got cancelled for that.
No, I wouldn't have done because anyone with common sense would have seen the comment pop up on the screen, and I apologise. But if people had a problem at me,
have you seen Twitter? They have no common sense there at all.
Listen, if people fell for that and were genuinely pissed off at that, they wouldn't be able to cancel me. I'd just say I made a mistake. I read the comment and got trolled. So you can, if you don't like it, leave. But yeah, let's read this. No, it's not that. But the genuine alt-right are trying to use PC. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, I guess there's just the extremes, isn't there? They're probably people are just falling for it, and then lefties are like, oh no. Nazis are becoming commie SJWs. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I hate this generation. It's stupid. The thing is, as well, I think again, I don't like getting too political, but in the establishment, right, what Gary Lineker said about controlling illegal migration, comparing the government to like, you know, the 1930s Germany. Are you absolutely off your rocker, you idiot? You're out of touch. You're a moron. And the thing, and I want everyone to answer this right. If Rishi and Suella Braverman are like of 1930s Germany, Gordon Brown deported 63,000 illegal migrants in 2009. So what does that make him? Why didn't Gary Lineker say that years ago? So I think there's a lot of double standard stuff. Like Joe Biden will say something really nasty and horrible, but then someone else says something less nasty, and then it's like it's not a deal. It's not a big problem. It just seems a bit bloody silly.
I've got a great example for this.
More and more of my generation. Yeah, it is nonsense. It's silly views in it.
I've got a good example. Pedro Pascal and
Gina Carano. Yeah,
the woman who was inspired from Star Wars.
Yeah, I think I actually made this point on one of the Molly Boy podcasts when Dick came on the podcast.
Yeah.
I said about why did Gina Carano get the sack for saying how is hating someone for your views different to 1930s Germany? Then Pedro Pascal says, this thing that Donald Trump's doing is exactly like 1930s Germany. Well, you have to, in the interest of fairness, you should be treating everyone equally. Sack him as well, then, or don't sack anyone. You know what I'm saying? And I disagree with both their points. I mean, I really like Gina and Pedro. I think they're legends, but like I disagree with both those points. What the Jews went through is far worse than having to deal with the woke PC mob. And what Pedro said, it isn't even close to the truth. What Pedro said, it's just absolute nonsense comparisons. And the thing is, when it came to the thing that Pedro Pascal was talking about, Obama did very similar things to Trump. So, mate. So yeah, it's just nonsense. It's just that. And I know. I don't like to get too political on the podcast, but the points I make, no one can really. I'm making points that like no one's really able to sort of dispute. Like I say this to some of my friends who agree. Well, one of my mates who sort of agreed with Gary Lineker. I said, well, Gordon Brown deported 63,000 illegal migrants. Why? What's the difference then? Is he the same? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a shout out? Yeah. I don't. What sort of content do you make? Because I'm worried that the name that you've said is like I'm worried your channel name is some bad celebrity or some notorious criminal. But whoever this guy, everyone go and check him out. If I could be being trolled right now, though, I don't know. Shout out to this. Actually, I'm going to look up this name just to be safe. I bet it's some nonsense person. Oh,
as long as it's not Mr. Rogers.
I can't find any really bad person with that name. I guess just check out the channel. Yeah. But Goo, okay, check out Ray Peddy. Way, go and subscribe to him. Thanks but yeah, guys, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you made a great point there, Zach, about how everyone's just too extreme. And the issue is when you get too extreme and woke and whatever, the problem is that you take away from the real issues. Like the thing is, take what JK said, for example. I think what some of what she said is just ridiculous and ignorant, but she doesn't deserve the mob to come after her. And the thing is, right, why is little things that JK said, why is that like so evil and the worst thing ever, and people are coming after her and saying she should be banned from events? But then these same people are like, oh, anyone can change, prison can be rehabilitation. Why isn't James Charles, for his nonsense actions, getting worse treatment than JK? It's absolutely whimsical. The double standards in society.
I know when it came to the new Hogwarts game, that side of that community was basically trying to cancel the game, try and boycott the game. What did it do? It did nothing. People went and played it.
Yeah. And
really, it got more people playing it than it would have done before because it got that publicity.
Yeah. But anyway, we've gone off on a bit of an interesting tangent. But yeah, let's continue.
But it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave. And it's not. It's super irresponsible.
Thing is, I just want to say quickly, there's probably such a minority of people, such a low amount of people, hardly anyone who's actually acting like this. That's the thing. There's hardly anyone who's going around saying nasty things, you know. So I don't really see how this encouraged bad behaviour. I don't see why he's just seems so guilty.
And you know what I find quite funny? He's made this after he's been made fun of on the internet for the past few years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I am very insecure about my ability to create interesting content or like entertain. It's gotten better over the years, but it's something that I have struggled with constantly. And it's one of the reasons why I, kept making this hurtful content. I ended up pivoting it into other things because I felt bad about it, like innately. But it's still something that I struggle with. And I don't want you to interpret that as an excuse, but I hope that that is relatable to other creators who maybe struggle with the same thing. I'm not confident in my ability to entertain. And I think if I had to rely on my personality to entertain people, that I wouldn't have any amount of success. And that is really hard to come to terms with. I was being very bigoted in a lot of my videos, and I justified it because, I didn't think it was too serious. And I thought that people were going to see that I had good intentions, but that's so silly. Casual racism is still racism. Casual bigotry is still bigotry.
Again, these edgy jokes are just such a small part of the content, isn't it? It's not like the whole video is just him saying nasty things. A lot of the video is stupid. So I don't see why he's putting so much emphasis on a few seconds of content compared to the rest of the video where it was just like taking people down. And
because that's what a lot of people take away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what a lot of people like nowadays. Oh, he's apologised for saying these certain words, and that's all he'll say.
Saying you're not making one type of content anymore is one thing. Spitting in the face of your own fan base is another. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I said a lot of things that I look back at and I cringe now, and I'm like, that is an awful thing to say. It doesn't matter what my intentions are. Like, if I'm hurting people, I'm hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
And, who the fuck knows what my intentions are? Like, sarcasm and like jokiness and jokey tone only goes so far, especially over the internet. Even in real life, that's like an impossible thing to know with 100% certainty. I've just always had this.
I used to work 9 to 5, but what made me...
I hate these rich person
videos. A break from his rubbish.
That I'm not responsible for my audience and how they behave beyond what content I put out, and that's stupid. And it's led to a lot of hate and a lot of bad outcomes. And I just want to make it clear that I am absolutely responsible for my audience. And
no, it's not.
I guess if you want to look out for people who are red flags, it's definitely people who had my mentality that say, I'm not responsible for what my audience does. I know that this apology isn't enough. I've clearly done a lot of damage. These videos have been up for a long time and have accumulated millions of views. I shouldn't be able to just make an apology video and walk away from it. This is something that I should live the rest of my life with, and I expect to. I've profited off of this bigoted content for years.
The content cops as well.
Yeah, I thought he did that years ago, though.
He might have done.
I've made a successful career out of it, and that's not right. I think that this is only a step in the right direction, and I know that a lot more needs to be done to even approach a life that I would think would be like acceptable. I am running ads on this video.
That bloke pranked me earlier.
Any revenue.
For fuck's sake.
Why? What is it?
Well done. You got me again. I knew I shouldn't have. I'm never, ever, anyone who says, "Hey up, mate," I'm never giving you a shout out. I'm never saying anything like this again. I'm never doing anything for you.
What is it then? I don't get it.
George, just say it. Just say it.
I'm not saying it if you got plans.
It's Ray.
Oh my god.
P. Eddie. Ray. Eddie. Yeah. I just can't believe. Honestly, I try and do something good, and then I just get. I'm never giving any Callum's Corner person a shout out again. What a bag of
generated from this video, I'm going to match and donate to an organization that would have been particularly affected by the type of rhetoric that I've been spewing on this channel. And again, this isn't the end of what I'm doing. This is just the start. I don't feel like a lot of this content represents me as a person, at least not anymore. There was a time where it probably perfectly represented me because I was a nasty, apathetic, insecure person. Now, yes, I know now. I didn't know before. It was my realization upon, meeting more and more fans that I was like, oh shit, you guys are struggling. It was easy for me to identify them struggling when they were outside of my body, but the antisocial basement dwelling incel that was inside here, I couldn't acknowledge that. I couldn't recognize that. So I needed the mirror to be held up to me. In closing, I want to say that I have always thought that I was an empathetic person because I thought, well, I get angry, I get sad. Of course, I got empathy. Seems easy, right? Empathy. I definitely have that. There were moments where like a dog would die in a film and I'd cry. So it's like, of course I have empathy. But I never did. I think only in these past couple of years have I gained the ability empathy. And I'm very ashamed to admit that. It sounds really pathetic to say at the age of 32 I've acquired empathy, but I have, and I've realized it because I just can't help myself but feel for other people's pain and suffering now. I'm still not perfect. I think that is my empathy meter's only maybe a quarter of the way filled up potentially, but it's at least there. And I just want you guys to know that you can unlock ability empathy if you experience more life. It might take you getting hurt a little bit, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. So thank you for watching, everyone. I do want to create more regular content, and I don't want to just have the next 5 videos be apologies. So I have uploaded a squirrel video on my second channel. If you want to watch that, I guess as one final thing, I just want to thank everyone who's given me the space and the compassion to grow as a person, because it's taken longer than it probably should have. I appreciate everyone. And I think most importantly, I appreciate my wife, Anissa. She has been insanely compassionate and helpful and patient in allowing me to grow over the years, and has legitimately encouraged me to be a better person, and not a better person in just the iDubbbz becoming woke kind of way. She was the one who said that I should try this boxing thing. I would have never done that on my own because I was insecure and I was pathetic. I did this, and I am so glad.
Hold on. But he was with her when he was doing the videos, wasn't he? They made the videos together. Yes. So what's he on about there? That mate. Oh God.
She's the one who filmed
on his own. He was with her. He's absolutely off his rocker.
She filmed the content clips.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Anissa, I love you. You're amazing. Right now you're streaming, but. Bon voyage, toodles.
She'd probably take some pictures for OnlyFans.
But the thing is, with that whole video, all right, so I do want to move on to the Froggy Fresh stuff soon.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just want to say quickly, on her and iDubbbz wedding day, she uploaded pictures of her. That.
I can't see the
The
symbol.
fact
Oh yeah,
to
okay.
Twitter. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I was looking at something else. I was trying to get the Froggy Fresh video. So yeah, she uploaded.
Yeah, she uploaded pictures of that on their wedding day to Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Shows what kind of person she is.
Well, the thing is, I know, again, we discussed this years ago. I'm not bothered what people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, if people want to... I'm just trying to find the right video. I think I found... I'm just trying to find the one with the DMs. But yeah, the thing is, with her doing her OnlyFans, no one cares. People can... Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. 2023 iDubbbz, 2016 iDubbbz would just mock him and content copy him. The thing is...
There is a video somewhere of iDubbbz talking to new iDubbbz.
But yeah, the thing is with Anissa's OnlyFans, I said it years ago when it first came about, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm not bothered what people do, but it's the fact that he got so offended at all the jokes and sort of, I don't know, it just made him like a bit of a cook, really. Not the fact that his wife's doing OnlyFans, but he looked like a cook. The fact his response made him look so defensive and silly and annoyed, and it's just like, come on, bro, get a grip, deal with these.
You're right.
Deal with the jokes at the end of the day. Your wife's done what she's done, you know, just deal with the jokes. You know, I'm really
and it's still around now because it's the whole reason iDubbbz got kicked off the event.
Yeah. I'm really trying to find the DMs between iDubbbz and Froggy Fresh. iDubbbz, Froggy Fresh.
It's in the Bo Black's iDubbbz versus Twitter Part 2.
I think, yeah, I found it. There we go. Oh, where the bloody hell?
He flashed them up on screen.
One joke. iDubbbz versus Twitter Part 2, yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is. So yeah, we can talk about that in a bit. I just want to briefly talk about. Oh no, I'm not getting. Look, I'm glad you're loving the live. I'm glad you're loving the live. Bro, you know, he actually, from this angle, looking at it far away, he actually looks like someone we used to hang around with. You know.
Hang on.
No. If you look at it, look at it on stream.
Oh my god, it does.
It does look like him, doesn't it? I'm not even going to say his nickname because I don't want to compare him to a serial killer, but he does look.
Yeah. And the same thing with him. He didn't know what the problem with the girls not liking him.
What do you? Oh, the person we're talking about. What do you mean?
In Ross's final video. Yeah. In his final video, he because the Clowns Corner fans made it into a song, didn't they?
I didn't want to listen to it. Yeah, just to check, just to prove to you all there he is. Yeah, there's some person pretending to be an evil serial killer. Oh yeah, by the way, jerseys. Wait, someone put Jersey's dad on the Coventry City big. What? I don't mean to laugh. But how in the blue hell did they get footage of Jersey's dad and get it on the Titantron? What sort of computer genius is this? Bro, whoever's doing this should be working for Microsoft on 100k. They shouldn't be wasting their time getting Jersey's dad on the
time. They should do Canon with his face on one, then size to his forehead on another.
At Coventry City Stadium, put a name on it. That's a bit shitty. Coventry City has a big birthdays thing. Oh, okay. Oh, for God's sake. Well, okay. So it's not some computer genius that they get arrested for. Then it's sort of.
They should do Canon for Burnley.
Could you send it me, Zach? See if you can find the footage because that would be funny to see. Just pop up on the Titantron and see the silly name on there.
Yeah, we need to react to that if you can find it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it.
Have you found the messages?
Yeah, I found him. But I just want to talk about the video one last time. At the end of the day, him, him backing up his girlfriend's nice, but he went on and on and on, said, "Oh, amazing, amazing." It just makes him look a bit like, if they've been married for years, why does he need to go on and on and on and on a public video? Why can't he just walk up to her and say, "Oh, you're amazing"? It just seems a little bit from
Because he's a cook.
OAL and the boarding squad. Well, I'm not even saying ham OAL. I'm not saying ham O. I'm not actually going to say OLA because I'm worried about what's this bit? Some Nigerian.
Ham over.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, with that whole video, as Zach brilliantly is Rev. Oh, okay, Reverend. Actually, I'm not trusting any Callum's Corner stuff anymore. Sorry, Zach, I've ruined everything. Anyway, but you made an amazing point earlier, Zach. I can't find the comment. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, but you made a great point about how he should have just said, "I don't want to make content cops anymore. I'm going to make the stuff I want to make." That's like, he could have done it on Twitter, couldn't he? He could have just put a tweet up saying, "I don't want to make content cops anymore. I just want to make this." The thing is, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of commentators and reactionists and YouTubers in general, when they're changing their content, they don't say, they just do it. Like Joe Weller, he's not the Joe Weller 2016. As much as when I was younger, I found that Joe Weller funnier, and I don't enjoy Joe Weller's content now that much. Who cares? He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. He can make the content he wants to make. There shouldn't be any questions. If you get questioned on it, just put a simple tweet up saying, "I've changed my content," and that's that, isn't it? KSI made silly daft videos years ago. He doesn't make daft videos anymore. It's more high production reaction videos or high production Simon videos. People change. You're not gonna make the same content forever, otherwise you're gonna end up like Boogie. He's still in his room with the camera in his face going, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Boogie 298 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet." It's that over and over and over again.
He's just been punched in the face a few times now.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want to do the same. If you don't adapt and change, you're not going to get anywhere. iDubbbz has adapted and changed, but it's just very silly of how he's gone about his attitude towards changing. And all he had to do, the only points I really agree with was that him saying slurs was wrong. He shouldn't really be saying that sort of stuff. But again, it wasn't in a derogatory manner. So it's like, it's a bit 50-50 really. It's not good to say them, but he didn't mean any harm by saying them. And the whole content criticizing YouTubers, the content and again, the slurs were such a small part of it. And the whole content criticizing YouTubers in general, as you said, George, as you rightfully said, it was bullying the bully. He wasn't going after people who did something wrong. It was justified stuff. So at the end of the day, it seems a bit over the top. He should just say, I regret making those videos. It's whatever, it's in the past. Sorry if I offended anyone. I'm moving forward and making other videos. He didn't need to go on a 17-minute apology acting like a tit. Well, not acting like a tit, but it seems very put on. It seems very fake. And well, some of it seemed real. Some of it seemed a bit like put on. I don't know, man. I'm struggling to, like the video he did before that about Froggy Fresh, that seemed very fake. But this other video, it seemed a bit 50-50. Some genuine, some fake, really.
Yeah.
But have you got anything you want to say before we move on to the DMs?
I think the only reason he's made this is because he got made fun of by the internet because of his wife, and then he's realised, oh, I don't like this. The people I used to probably didn't like it either. So I'll make this apology video to try and stop people making fun of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I'm a bit 50-50 on it with the genuineness of it all. But you could be right, George. Who knows? It does seem very convenient that it's all happening around now, doesn't it? So there's a...
Yeah, very convenient.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, okay. I thought actually... should we... I mean, should we get this... I don't know. I don't want to get Jersey Dad. No. I'll send it to you privately, George. I don't want to dox anyone or do anything bad, so we'll leave that. But I guess it's a tiny bit funny, but Jersey Dad being on screen, it's not really on, is it? It's sort of, it's yeah. It's kind of funny with how I was laughing at the story of it, like, oh, it's so bizarre, but I don't really agree with putting people. I think going after family is a bit too far. If they'd done Jersey and Callum's corner, then fair enough.
Yeah.
I
think doing Callum would have been funnier.
Definitely, it would have been so out there, and Callum would have been like, "What the bloody hell have you done that for?" You know.
But I was watching the video the other day when they sent an email to the church saying about how we like to go to oceans and find mermaids, and if you don't find a mermaid, you find a fish.
That was ages ago, though.
I know, so ages ago. I was just rewatching it because it was so funny.
I know that, but you shouldn't really be. It's a little bit. The thing is with YouTube, it's what?
I just sneezed.
Okay. The thing is, it's in my opinion, when it comes to pictures and stuff, if you're in the game and you're putting yourself online publicly, who cares? If someone, George, the thing is, if someone got a picture of you and when you were going, you know, doing something silly, it's fair game because it's public online. Jersey's dad, he's not in the YouTube game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though technically it's legal because it was a public photo, but I don't agree with it because it's Jersey's dad ain't in the game. What's the point of
basically a private account.
Yeah.
Then it should be like every time like a YouTube video, it's a picture from like Callum's video of Callum.
Yeah. It should definitely be fair game.
That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, let's look at these DMs. Hey, dude, I just want to clarify. I'm not mad at you. I just want this event to go well. And a part of this is trying to be proactive about things. I just want to find a solution. I really appreciate your friendship, and I don't want...
find a solution, maybe.
I don't understand what's wrong. Can I not work with Sam Hyde? He's been very nice to me. It's a tricky situation. I personally have been hurt by a lot of things he's done. If he's your friend, that's totally understandable. I just don't get along with him. I'm afraid of having him associated with the event. There are others involved in the event that aren't comfortable with.
What irony.
The thing is, yeah, I know, because obviously he harassed Tana Moju years ago. Now, let's just talk about this bit first.
And because of this drama, it's made Sam Hyde more associated with Kratos than it would have ever done it if iDubbbz hadn't reacted like this.
Yeah, amazing point. I didn't even know Sam Hyde was before this. So yeah, amazing point he made. He made me aware of the horrible things he said about him. You know, so at the end of the day, Sam Hyde's got loads of clout off of this. Not good clout, but still, iDubbbz is giving attention to the bloke who said nasty things. So anyway,
good or bad.
Yeah, but the thing is, iDubbbz doesn't want to find a solution. The solution is just say, Froggy Fresh, look, let's compromise, bro. You can train with Sam Hyde and do videos with him, but I don't want him coming to any promotion events, and I don't want him at the event itself. That's the compromise. You don't just say to a bloke who's hanging around with someone, you're associated with them and training with them. Fuck you, then. You know, like, imagine if, like...
and we've been looking for with it being a tricky solution, the perfect guy to ask for one to the final solution.
What are you on about? Oh, for fuck's... We're moving on. Anyway, yeah, so that would have been a solution. And the thing is, iDubbbz just is beating. He does this throughout the whole text conversation. He's just beating around the bush completely beating around the bush. Not telling him yes or no. Just give Froggy Fresh deserves a straight up answer. He deserves a yes or no. Just say no. You're banned from the event. Stop beating around the bush. You know, it's ridiculous. And he does this throughout the whole thing. Yeah, he's my friend. I don't understand what me and him going to Rhode Island to work with Sam. Has to do with anyone who's uncomfortable with him. They don't have to. Yeah, exactly. Froggy Fresh completely annihilates him with that point. Sam Hyde isn't even in his corner, for God's sake. Wasn't even going to be in his corner. I agree, probably what you do is absolutely your own business, but we're running a public charity event. We have to be careful about these things because you do represent the event in some ways. I had similar issues last year. I thought there was no problem with Harley. You can work with Sam Hyde, but he ended up attracting a bad crowd and got harassed online about it because it was a public display. That's nice of you to give Harley permission to work with Sam Hyde. I didn't know I needed all. I didn't know I needed your permission as well. I mean, there's not a lot to say about all this stuff, really. I mean, iDubbbz isn't specified.
Froggy's right.
No, but the thing is, everyone gets harassed online anyway if they're a celebrity, so that point's a bag of arse. As well, Like, what bad attention? What bad attention? What bad crowd was at the event? What actually happened? What went wrong? Tell Froggy he deserves to know, because this point makes little to no sense. People harass people online. It's shitty, but at the end of the day, you need to log off social media and block people. I get that it's a bad thing, but like, Froggy Fresh ain't the problem. Sam Hyde wouldn't be at the event. He'd just be training with him and doing videos with him, for God's sake. So again, iDubbbz points completely fall apart.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And why does he need iDubbbz permission to hang out with somebody?
I know, yeah, it's pistol mental. I can't see the topic because of the titles in front of this. Hold on, it should get rid of the... It's... Oh, fuck's sake. It's not about permission. He just called and asked if I was cool with it because he was making content around it. So what are we actually discussing right now? If I want to work with Sam Hyde, are you going to prevent me from fighting? He actively makes content about my marriage, wanting my marriage to end, and that my wife is evil and hasn't respected my boundaries. I don't feel comfortable with having him associated with the event. I'm wondering if you can understand where I'm coming from with this. Yeah, but again, he's not actually associated with it himself. All it would be is him training, what's his name, Froggy Fresh, training with him. And at the end of the day, what's him training going to actually do to the event? If he starts slagging off iDubbbz wife on the videos him and Froggy Fresh would make, then fair enough. But the thing is, I'm guessing Froggy wouldn't put that in his content, would he?
All Froggy said is if he loses it, he'd sub to her OnlyFans, and that's it.
Yeah. I can understand the way you feel. I'm sorry about that, but you also have to understand that he's my friend, so I can't just tell him I can't be friends with him because Ian said so. That's why I'm asking, if I work with him, are you going to prevent me from fighting a karate clash too? It's not a reflection of you. It's just very painful and difficult thing for me I'm dealing with that I need to keep distance from, which includes this project. I would appreciate yes or no answer, man. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to train tomorrow or not for boxing practice. Kind of depends on what your plan is, because Sam Hyde is banned from our event. If you cannot, yeah, but like, if you want,
still dodging the question.
Yeah, exactly. No, the thing is, look. He said my plan is to go to Rhode Island and hang around with him. That's all the plan is. He never said anything about bringing him. If I go and work with him, are you going to prevent me from finding a character? I appreciate that. Exactly. All he's doing is going to go and work with him. He's not going to bring him to the event, and Sam Hyde's not going to start. And the thing is, iDubbbz has common sense. He's going to have security there. If Sam Hyde did come with Froggy, which he wouldn't, but if he did, just kick him out of the sodding event. Just say security.
Yeah, just give the security a picture and say, "Don't let this guy in."
Yeah, exactly. Everyone knows Sam Hyde's face. Well, a lot of people do, so they'd be able to stop it. So, yeah, nonsense from iDubbbz.
It's not hard to miss.
Wait, I'm not... What, is he a really fat guy?
He's quite big, I think.
Wait, I'm not sure.
Not
I understand. Does that
body.
mean you aren't expecting him to be at the event? Are you going to make content together? Here we go. So he has not mentioned attending the event. See, I don't believe he intends to. See, I discussed it with him. I do intend to make content with him. Now I've answered your questions, answer mine. This event is very important. I'm trying to understand everything so I can make the best decision for everyone involved. I need to think about this. I don't want to be rash. So I'm going to schedule practice next week, not knowing whether you're allowing me to fight in this event. I'm going to hang out with someone you don't like. I don't understand why you're talking to me like this. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I explained to you the awful experience I've had with him. It potentially leads to another year of harassment for me and Anise. I can't take this stuff lightly. Can you guarantee it's not ending up affecting it? This isn't someone I don't like. This is someone who's dedicated to disrupting the event. We're for charity, harassing two main organisers and sending his fans to fan base to do his bidding. I want you to fight. I just want you to know the pain he's caused me. But then give him a yes or no answer. Dude, dude, because you're trying to tell me who I can't be friends with. I'm going to Rhode Island to work with Sam. I'm scheduling practices for this week. And if I'm removed from the event, please let me know. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying you can be friends. I would prefer it. I'm not the type of person you can just... Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is such a control freak attitude, being like, you can't do this with this person. I mean, imagine in the UFC if two fighters had trash talk with each other and then they said to the one fighter, oh, you can't train at this camp anymore. Imagine if Dana White ran things like that.
Well,
imagine
really, it's like if me and Aaron had a fight, I was saying, James, you can't record that, Aaron, because I don't like him anymore. You just ignore me and you carry on doing it with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And I do the exact same.
Yeah, ultimately, it's your decision. Also, the convo went in this direction. I'm not going to look at the tweets because there's some over. They're all over the place.
Do you know what those messages remind me of?
What?
A certain person we used to hang out with.
I wouldn't say he's that soft. I wouldn't say he's that. George, these aren't James's Junction. These are something completely different, you idiot. These aren't.
No, I mean in the manipulative way.
George, I've just looked at Discord. This isn't Spot the. This is the worst Spot the James I've seen in my life.
Don't spoil it.
George, I'm not even getting these up. These aren't a Spot the James. These are James on the photo looking stupid. I'm not doing this. You need to actually get a proper.
No, we are.
No, we're not. I'm not doing this, George.
Well,
this isn't a proper. We're not. It's not happening. 0 out of 10. No, we need. I'll look at one of them if you do a proper Spot the James because it's not a proper Spot the James. It's not a proper Spot the James. So
what's wrong with them?
No, I'm not going to get the pictures up. I'll describe what they are. So the first one is me like this in the camera, and then a small version of me, which makes no sense. That's not a Spot the James. Then the next one is me on Eddie's face, my face on Eddie's face like this. And then the third one is Kirby sucking something, which I'm not getting that up. So George, this isn't a Spot the James. This is no. So it's not Spot the James. It's James is in both the photos blatantly, and the third one is Kirby sucking something. So we're not
Kirby sucking it. If I get one, will you show all four?
No, one of them.
If I get one of them, I get to pick which one you show.
No, that's not happening. I'm blatantly picking the one. I know which one I'm picking.
No, we're going to do the Kirby one because I spent quite a bit of time on that one.
I don't care. That's a stupid thing. It's Kirby sucking something, George. I'm not having that on.
What? Just watch the video. It's fine.
What the hell is this? George, that isn't a Spot that's so shit. This is by far. Just send me some James's Junction and I give up.
Just show the pictures, they're fine.
No. Look, I'll get the Kirby one up, but the other two aren't Spot the James. They're blatantly not Spot the Jameses at all. They're just shit.
Well, the one with the you hiding on yourself is.
No, it isn't.
That's a Spot the James.
No. It's a big picture of me, then a small one, which is easy to see. But this is what George did. Load of shite, waste of time. Not even. This isn't a proper edit. All it is taking some footage and putting a picture of me in it. Why have you bloody used that music? Copyright claim?
I didn't use it. It's just part of the video.
What a load of rubbish. What a load of utter shite. So you haven't even got any segments for today? We might as well just fuck off to the news. This is rubbish. This has taken a complete.
Well, no, I've got segments. Like I told you, we look up.
We look up the George's Junk. Okay.
Yeah. So I told you this before the podcast started.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. The thing is, Spot the James was not even Spot the James. It was random image. No, it wasn't. It was image of me pops up while Kirby's sucking off.
You have to look for yourself in the photos. Yes, you did.
No, but of course I'm going to look at them because I don't know what you're going to send. For God's sake, I don't know what you're going to bloody send. Anyway, let's just look at the cars now. George's Junk, for God's sake.
So the first one is an ice charger.
All right, this is interesting. What's wrong with it? What's the problem? Apart from the engine sticking out the back.
You can only drive on ice.
Oh. No, I wouldn't get it then.
All right, next one is the blue waffle car.
Goodness gracious.
I'll keep this one off screen for now, then, just in case.
I mean, it's not. It's just. All right, let's get it up. I mean, it's nothing bad, George. It's...
A blue waffle.
No, the car.
I can't believe there's an actual car.
Wow, so that was just a joke. Okay, fair enough. Should have known.
Well, if you take the thing off screen and just take car off it, then look it up.
Well, yeah,
don't do it on camera.
No, I don't care about driving a car called the Blue Waffle. It doesn't bother me. It's a decent car.
Okay, then take car off and just type in the rest of it then.
No, thank you.
I'm guessing you already know what it is.
Yeah. But everyone said it in school and show pictures. Of course, everyone knows that means. For God's sake.
I never saw the picture.
Oh.
And then the last one is the Who-mobile.
This is going to be worse than the Blue Waffle. Let's.
I just had
So, well, I know you drive this. George.
This was actually in the show.
No, can it actually drive, or is it just like pulled on a string?
Yes, it actually drove, and it was part of the show for a few seasons.
Can it drive fast?
Well, with sped up, with the filming sped up, yes.
Well, then, to be honest, it looks like this car doesn't look safe at all. It looks like you'd easily get killed if it was a crash. Yeah, I wouldn't drive this. It's funny, but I wouldn't risk it. You drive it though, wouldn't you? You'd have it as a second car.
Oh yeah.
On the dime.
Well, it's basically a prop for the show.
Yeah. Well, where the bloody hell would you keep it? Is the question.
In a garage.
Oh, okay.
Just where all cars go.
No. Anyway, there's 3 trailers.
Yes, 3 trailers, and then we got a bit of news as well.
Well, technically, the trailers are the news. Doctor Who trailer. I'm not. It doesn't hype me up at all. It just looks like it looks better than the Jodie crap that was advertised on telly. But there isn't enough. It's not like you know the trailer that we reacted to where David Tennant's running and Donna's talking about him. That is how you get people hyped up. That is how you give people goosebumps. Like bloody another mannequin villain.
Yeah, I think this trailer was more the fans who wanted more footage. And plus, we are still like 4 or 5 months away, maybe 6 months away.
Yeah, I guess it's just a teaser. For a teaser, it's okay, but it doesn't entice me. Definitely not.
Yeah. And I think for like regular people, seeing, oh, look, it's David Tennant back in the Doctor Who, maybe I'll give that a watch.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all we've got to say about that.
I will say about the Doctor Who stuff, a little thing for a new video that will be uploaded on my channel. The first episode is called Star Beast, and it has some characters called Beat the Meep and the Wrath Warriors from a 80s comic, and I have that comic.
Yeah.
And it's 43 years old, and it's the end of the comic basically. So it shows you the ending and what happens. So I don't know if that will be changed a lot, but I basically know the ending to said comic. and made the ending to that episode.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the
12p. This would have been.
All right. Well, let's move on to the
And
FNAF.
it was Marvel Comics as well.
Cool. Let's move on to the FNAF stuff anyway. So, the TV was it a teaser or a proper trailer? That TV one, the movie one. Sorry, cinema.
And the movie one was just a teaser. The one I was talking about a few weeks back, which got leaked, that was a proper trailer. But I'm guessing that's not ready yet, and that might be shown off at Comic-Con.
Yeah. So anyway,
at San Diego, that's it.
All right. So the thing is with this, with the actual movie teaser, it was all right. You know, you had that lady explaining that she explains what the pizza place is all about, and then she's like explaining to the audience, but it's actually the security guard who's getting stuff explained to him. There's a bit of running and shots, and there's a shot in a ball pit, and one of the animatronics there. Looking scary. The animatronics do look quite intimidating. We see some bloke in a suit at a desk, and that's you told me earlier is the bad guy before this podcast started.
Yeah, William Afton.
I bet it's just going to be a gruesome horror film. Not my cup of tea, but I'm guessing it would be nice for a gaming franchise to have a good film made around it.
I've been waiting 8 years for this film.
Yeah.
8 years since it was announced.
I mean, I've never known someone who has never played any games of a franchise, but is really obsessed with the lore and everything. Crazy. Fair play, though.
I've played some of the games. I like Security Breach. The latest one has just come out on Switch.
Oh, you got it on Switch? Fair enough, then. Nice.
Well, I'm going to. I haven't picked it up yet.
Weren't they on the App Store as well?
It will be on the App Store, but I like having the physical editions.
Okay. So what have you played then? On how and what have you played out of them?
I've played FNAF 2 and FNAF 6 on phone.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. So yeah, I guess fair play. You played a few of the games.
Yeah, and plus I've got like the figures as well and things like that. Like these.
I was going to say as well. There's the game DLC, which is all right.
Security Breach DLC.
Yeah, again, I like how it's not just. I know it's been like this for years, but you know, running around a Pete's place with animatronics coming after you, that's a lot more enticing than just sitting at a security desk and getting shocked. It seems like the blood is going to get pumping a lot more. But the security desk had its own charm and brilliance for the time, and it was just made by one bloke, wasn't it, or two people?
Yeah, well, up until FNAF 6, 1 to 6, that was made by one guy.
Amazing.
And then a team called Steel Brothers taken over for 7 and 8.
Okay.
Because some drama happened, of course, that cancelled him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do I find the
Is
Disney?
Want to talk about the Lego news?
Yeah, it's just too good done a video on it.
Yes, you will have.
You know, just too good looks a bit like me and the Who people merged together. Yeah, I'm coming from a bit.
Who
is
it?
None of the Who's. You know the Who's from Horton Hears a Who and the Grinch.
Oh yeah, the ones with the weird noses and then their top lip.
He looks a bit like me and a Who merged together. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying he looks weird.
No.
Yeah. Right, how long ago was the Disney figure video?
Well, I have no idea.
No.
Probably a few months, I'm guessing.
Months? Oh. Disney.
But just typing just do good Disney 100.
Disney 100 minifigures. Here we go. All right, let's get it up then. Pesky advert. Yep, all rights go to, all rights reserved, just too good for this video. Obviously, he wouldn't mind, but I just like giving him the credit. Oh, hello. Hello, Jack Horner. Yeah, the Jiminy Cricket. I like the top hat, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like a cricket. Who's this? Oh, Fantasia, Mickey Mouse. This is brilliant, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dual mold, yeah. There we go. Cheeky dual molding. Very nice. Very nice.
Now, I went into the shops looking for 4 figures. The Baymax, this one. The Stitch. The Oswald. And Mickey. And because of how different each one is, you could easily figure out what figure was what.
Oh, it's the that film. What's it called?
Not Enchanto, Coco.
That's it, yeah. Where he sings to the old lady, his grandma at the end. Yeah, this is a brilliant figure, bloody hell. Very nice. Arm printing, leg printing, dual molding, guitar, great face printing, cool big hat. Very nice.
And you can feel that hat as well. That's the main piece that you can feel to get that character.
Oh, Mickey Mouse again. He's from Enchanto. Yeah, not Enchanto, Coco.
Coco as well. And he's got a second head with him as well.
Yeah, the skeleton one, yeah. And the hoodie, you can put the hoodie up. That's pretty dope. I know they've had like hoods like this for a while, like in Star Wars. But it's cool how this like looks like, it goes with the hoodie.
Yeah. And again, that dog is easy to...
the King John.
I guess that's from the original Robin Hood movie.
Yeah. He's hilarious. He's a brilliant villain.
Did they do a Robin Hood in this set? I can't remember.
I think so.
There's that Baymax.
You want that one then?
I've got him.
Oh, nice.
So easy to figure out which one's which because you could just feel out that his arms were different.
Yeah, Robin Hood's there, by the way. I'm glad they've done him.
Oh, yeah. I think that's going to be one that I want. Same with Pinocchio. That one looks quite nice as well.
Yeah, with the mirror. It's a name. Snow White villain.
Do you think you'll get any of these?
Probably not.
No. I just think they're really probably the best minifigs I've done in about 10 years.
I would have liked. I mean, yeah, there's about 100 of them. There's a lot of them. Sorry, not. But it's actually. I thought it's for 100 years, isn't it? It's not for like.
No, yeah, 100 years of Disney, not 100 minifigures.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. But yeah, Sid with 4 arms, very.
I like the new placemats they've done without
Robin Hood. Brilliant. Yeah, the Robin Hood figure's pretty cool. Robin Hood and the Little John. Oh, Mulan. Yeah. Dope.
I think I might get this whole set. Actually.
Can't blame you, bro.
Because I think there's like 12 or 16 figures. And if there's 12 already, got a quarter of them.
Is she from Pocahontas? Is she from Pocahontas or something else?
Yeah, that's Pocahontas, yeah. It's a different figure to what we're just looking at with the Mulan one.
Yeah. Oh, it's the bad guy from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know his name either.
Very entertaining, though.
And I'm guessing we'll have the Princess and the Frog one again.
What the bloody hell? Who's this?
The Queen of Hearts, I think.
Is she from Alice in Wonderland or something?
I don't know, but there's not an Alice in Wonderland. What is Alice in Wonderland from Disney?
Not sure.
Because there's not an
Cruella.
Alice figure in this. Cruella de Vil. Nice. As I said, I think you might have to look up that Queen of Hearts one because we don't know. There's 18 to collecting it. Or is that just series 18?
Oh, it's whoever this guy is. Oswald.
Yeah, it's Oswald Rabbit. There's it. And there's Robin another one.
Pinocchio! I'm a real boy! Very cool.
I really want to know what that Queen of Hearts one is now.
He can't have had everything yet, otherwise he would have ended the video. Oh, he must have everything now, yeah.
I think it was just opening the rest of them.
Fair.
And you can see all the pieces that you can feel out, like the guitars and like the hats and things like that. And like the face models up with the Mickey and Oswald as well.
Yeah.
I really want to know what film that Heart one's from now. I have no idea. It's the only one I have no idea for.
It's Alice in Wonderland, mate. Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, why wouldn't they put an Alice figure in it?
No idea. But yeah, I've just looked up Queen of Hearts, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the right one. Because I knew there was a Queen of Hearts.
You can look at it yourself if you want. She looks a lot like the minifigure.
I'm guessing so.
Well, that was a decent podcast. Any closing thoughts, GC?
That's what I think of iDubbbz.
Well, I might as well try and keep your name as GC for the last bit.
But it's been like
Dubs for
the other
ages,
two
yeah.
for
Exactly.
most of the podcasts.
Yeah, it was something like OnlyFans Addict, and then it was Cook Dubs.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
we can
I think iDubbbz is stupid, and it's sad to see his career and
there.
I think there's some ASMR stuff then.
No. I'm going to try my best to go clean shaven for the summer. I haven't gone completely clean shaven yet. I'm keeping it as stubble for a day or two. Then I'll start. There we go. Are you going to grow your goatee to contrast?
No, I've just been lazy, not shaved yet.
Will you ever grow it a lot, or you're not bothered?
Not really. Not that bothered about it.
No.
I just like I'm a little bit sometimes.
Fair enough. I know Ben hasn't been on the podcast for a while, and he's grown a mustache, which he should grow a goatee. It looks a bit.
I can show you his mustache off. Hang on.
Go on then.
I need to get rid of one picture. Let's get rid of that one.
Whoops. There's nothing bad in the reflection of your glasses, is there?
I hope not.
No, for fuck's sake. I'm going to keep George out of it for a minor moments just to be safe. Yeah, there's Ben's mustache. There you go. I don't know. Hopefully, when we do the segment one, Ben will be up for it again. I was meant to do a Seinfeld one with Ben, but I haven't been asked with Seinfeld just because, I don't know, with Ben, it's hard to get him on podcasts. So it's like, I'd rather focus on reviews where I know people are actually going to show up, if that makes sense. But I will finish Seinfeld and ask him if he wants to discuss it eventually. But yeah, that's that then.
And maybe I'll finish it. But or when you finish Doctor in 4 years.
No, it's George. It's going to be longer. George, if me moving to New Zealand is successful, it'll probably be some point. It'll be years and years when I get to Doctor Who season 10. I've got so much other stuff that interests me more. Doctor Who, just I don't know. Like I know it's your favorite thing, but it's genuinely like me asking you to watch UFC. At this point, it just doesn't entice me. You know,
I wouldn't mind watching UFC. Seeing the bits when they knock the teeth out. I don't know. I'll probably coming back on now.
I can't believe what you said in the private chat.
Yeah.
Ben looking like a 1980s.
It is like an 80s cop look, isn't it?
Well, you said something else then that can get you arrested.
I know what I put in chat.
Yeah, something that he'd get arrested for if he was that.
Yeah. But it does look like one of them, you have to admit.
I wouldn't say he looks that far. I wouldn't say he looks like a criminal, you know, with his mustache.
No, but with like the Hawaiian t-shirt and the mustache.
I wouldn't say he looks like a sex offender with this.
God.
But anyway,
that is going to be in my edit for the special we're going to do.
Yeah. Anyway, let's.
Ben might be the main character for that.
Oh dear. Well, he's not on the pod much, so it's going to be hard for him to. It's going to be hard for us to sort of do stuff about it. The thing is, though, my plan with Doctor Who and Seinfeld, and even Curb Your Enthusiasm, when I eventually get round to that, I've got shows that I'm going to do in a certain order. So I've watched the 5 Pirates films, which I'm reviewing with Gampat. Then I'm trying to get through Gravity Falls to review Gravity Falls and Recess with Scott, and then after that, I've got to watch the Quentin Tarantino films, then Star Trek season 1, then Better Call Saul. Then I'm going to
Star Trek.
No. But I'm watching things one at a time. Before I was trying to balance every show, but now I'm just dedicating my time and getting through everything. After Star Trek, I'll probably do Seinfeld. It's not. I wouldn't say that at all, but you can think what you want to think. Anyway, yeah, we'll. But the point is, eventually, as I'm focusing on stuff one at a time, I'm going to get through things now rather than trying to watch 3 different shows at once.
Yeah.
So there you go. So I'll probably get through the second half of Series 8 eventually. But again, now I'm watching things properly and like just trying to get through things and blast through things now. Things should get done quicker, reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Might do Fools and Horses.
One more thing.
I'll go on. Well, again, Aaron's at work currently, so he's not going to see it or get annoyed at this.
It's the Baron.
Oh, right, yeah, it's actually Ben who gets pissed off at this anyway. So George, why have you done that to me? So, yeah. Well, Ben never watches.
Yeah, context. I'll put this in the chat, and Ben wasn't happy. And Ben wasn't happy about being murdered for some reason.
Well, the thing is, Ben hardly watches anything. I had to ask him a few times to watch my Twitter video because I wanted his thoughts on it. So he won't see that. He hardly watches anything. Unless it's like a funny intro that me or Liam have made or whatever, or you. Anyway, let's leave that there. I don't say this often enough, but subscribe to GC. Shows up for the pod. Apart from me, you've probably been on the second most pods, haven't you?
I think I have, yeah. Obviously,
Liam's showed up to a lot of them now, but like if you think about all the ones where Aaron couldn't do it, and it was just me and you talking about random topics, you have shown a lot of. You have shown up to a lot of them. So yeah, subscribe to GC.
And we're nearly at 200 now, aren't we?
Yeah, you are. I was going to say, have you got anything big planned for the 200 subscriber special?
Oh yeah. I was more thinking. I was thinking me for 200. I was thinking the podcast will be nearly 200 episodes.
Oh, we got 25 more to go, so I don't know.
Well, we're still getting closer, but I don't know what I do for 200.
Yeah. I mean, with 200 episodes, I'm just going to do another standard episode. It's not going to be any special or anything. I know I should do a special, but I just can't be arsed. I'm like,
250 should be a special one.
Nah. I just like doing episodes as they are, really. Unless we pre-record something, then I can set it to upload for episode 250.
Well, we could call it like 250 special and do like what we do for a Christmas episode and just have a chat with everyone.
Yeah, I can ask the lads if I was going to say, I can ask if everyone's up for it. Yeah, sure. If we can, yeah. I mean, that's a quarter of 1,000 episodes. So I think to be honest, I can't see the podcast stopping anytime soon. As I say, I know I predicted like in 2029, 2030, it'll probably like there won't be anywhere near as many as there are now. But I think for the rest of my life, I'm pretty much going to do podcasts here and there one way or another. So I reckon we can get to 1,000 episodes eventually. When I'm like, if I'm lucky enough to make it to 50 years old, which hopefully I do.
We're just sitting there all 80 years old still doing podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all lucky enough to make it to 80, fuck yeah. I mean, if I'm still alive at 80.
Ben was still at the same, but with his moustache just being grey.
I don't think he's going to stick with that look forever.
And will be Buggy's size. And Liam will just look like himself. Just
no, he's going to be bald.
Down his arm. You'd be completely bald.
I'm not. What are you on about? All my family have hair. George, you off your rocker? There's no one in my mum or dad. There's no one.
See where it's going back a bit.
No, that's because I've slicked it back, you fool. No, there's no one in my family who's gone really that bald. There's a few bald patches, but no one's gone bald. The bald patches are either from because my granddad had a business and he worked with chemicals, so he has a bit of a bald patch. And then my one uncle, because of stress, he has a bit of a bald patch. And my dad, because he's like, in his 50s, he has a tiny bald patch. But I don't think I'll end up with a bald patch. I think I'll be slick forever.
I can arrange a bald patch. Or
why would I want a bald patch? Why the bloody hell would I? Well, I don't even know. The thing is that if I did go bald, I wouldn't care because I've got the right shaped head for it. So
yeah.
And the thing is, I've gone near bald before. No, for Comic-Con, I went near bald, and it looked cool. I thought it looked good.
It did look good.
Yeah. I look like Batista, but like an anorexic version. Even though I got the muscles, I'm not like,
You look like a more jacked Cam's Corner.
Yeah, because obviously they're not that big. Well,
Jesus Christ, I didn't realise
that's the left arm.
I actually were. God.
Bloody hell. Let's see if I can get this one on, because it's about the angle. There we.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell. The thing is, I'm not going to lie, I have put on here, but the thing is, when you look at my arms here, I look like a scrawny bloke. Well, not scrawny, I look like an average standard guy.
Well, honestly, your arm just compared to that, which is nothing. And then your arm was like two massive lumps.
No chance.
Jesus Christ!
Massive geezer.
Can we swap arms?
But the thing is, I have put on. I used to be. However was I? For ages, I was like between 158 and 163 pounds. Now I'm like 172 pounds. So, but it's because I've been, lifting more and eating more. But I'm. Before it was sort of like when I was that weight before, it was a little bit like not fat, but a little bit of fatness. Now it's like mostly muscle, which is good.
Yeah,
but it is cool when I prefer to be like I am. Like I prefer not to be blatantly muscly because it makes me look like a more relatable, average, geeky guy. But then when you see Basha, it's like massive. It's cool.
I'm sorry, don't do a new workout video for the channel. Just have like 80s music and like an 80s room.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that, but yeah.
Doing the exercise routine.
And the thing is, what's mad though, I'm one of the skinnier, smaller guys at the gym I go to. That's the thing. So at the end of the day, it shows what can be done with a bit of time and effort and eating chicken and hash browns and carrots and mushrooms and peas and sweet corn and sprouts and broccoli.
Hmm.
So there you go. All you've got to do is dedicate. And the thing is, that isn't even me and my physical. The biggest I was muscle wise was 2018. So I'd see if I can find some old pictures. But I was 80 kg, but I was just like massive, man. It was insane. Yeah. But then for a while, because of my chronic back pain in 2020, I wasn't able to lift as much. But then obviously in 2021, it got better, a bit better. 2022 got a bit on and off.
And he even tried to kill somebody in a hospital.
Yeah, no, there you go. No. It was an accident when I hit the tug off the wall, the big machine. It was. George, they're about 20. They were like 3 meters away from the door. How was I going to? Well, no, 2 meters. How was I going to kill him? Really?
No. I just find that story so funny.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. Thank you for watching and take care. Have a good one. See you later.
Bye.
Oops, wrong hand. There we go. Right. What, you bastard? Get out of here. There you go. See you later.